Hey everybody, Mah-Dry-Bread here, on a new microphone. Still need to do all the settings though. Let me know in the comments section what you think of how it sounds. Follow 3 with only melee weapons and no melee skill was a really unique challenge. Let's follow that up with a classic one. Today's the day that we figure out would I be able to beat Pokemon Fire Red with a team of only one Pikachu. I'm sure that you already know from all the other Pikachu runs I've done, but before his buff in Gen 6, Pikachu's stats were pretty terrible. A bit below that of a first form starter Pokemon, with his only good stat being speed. By level up, he doesn't learn anything too amazing outside of Thunderbolt. By TM, it opens up a few more types like Dig for Ground and Iron Tail for Steel, but overall our coverage just isn't going to be great. Like always, I'm writing the script as I go through with the challenge, so all of this part is being written before I've started. Everyone comment down below and guess if I can win or not. I'm confident that I can win, but it won't be as easy as in Gen 1, thanks to how crits work in that game. I expect a crazy grind for Brock. Let's explain the rules. In combat, I can only use Pikachu. I'll need other Pokemon to use HMs, but I won't be allowed to use any of those Pokemon in battle. No glitches or exploits, no items in battle, only Pokeballs, held items, and items outside of combat are allowed. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Let's do this. So right off the bat, I used the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Squirtle with Pikachu so that we can do the whole run with it. I picked to replace Squirtle so that our rival would have Bulbasaur, probably the hardest for us to fight. I named him Emolga because there's no way that will annoy anybody. Looks like we have neutral stat gains thanks to our bashful nature, and our ability is static, so sometimes physical moves will cause our opponent to get paralyzed. Other than that, we just have Thundershock and Growl. Alright, now before we can even attempt Brock's Rock Gym, we have to hit level 11. That's when we learn Quick Attack, our first move that can actually damage Brock's Pokemon. Problem is, we're physically very frail, and there's no way we could actually take them down at level 11. Thankfully, at level 15, Pikachu does learn Double Team, and although I normally try to avoid using this, because we learn it naturally, and it's super early in the run, all this is going to do is make it so that we don't over-level nearly as badly early on, and thus it'll make the near future of the run harder and more interesting. I'm just not going to use Double Team unless we really have to, but I'm not going to totally write it off. We learned it by level up after all, it's just part of using Pikachu. Even after getting Double Team at level 15 and getting a lucky enough run where we didn't get taken out early, we still can't win. We're still pretty frail, and our attack is so low that we would run out of power points even if we didn't get taken out. I have no choice but to grind more. On my next attempt, I have a genius idea. I went into the fight as we were just about to hit level 20. That way, when Geodude faints, we hit level 20, replace Quick Attack with Slam, and that refills our power points with an even stronger move. Man, I am really proud of that strategy. That worked out great. As nice as it is to get past that part so early, we still do need a bit more experience, so I decided to fight a little bit in Mount Moon. I know that the Water Gym is next, but after that is our rival fight, and that's usually an issue. On my way through, though, I took the Helix Fossil. I knew that if I didn't say what I took, you'd all ask. Actually, now that I think about it, everyone ask anyway. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. On the other side, I go straight for the Water Gym to try and take it out early for more experience. Naturally, it was pretty easy, although we did need a little bit of paralysis luck. Thankfully, the rival fight after ended up being pretty clean. Sure, we did almost faint due to some missed slams on Bulbasaur, but he got just as unlucky with Sleep Powder, and this was still on the first try, so I consider it an easy win. Naturally, I completely cleaned out the SSN, partly because I wanted the Brick Break TM for here just in case, because I probably need it for Bruno, and partly because we have the Electric and the Grass Gyms next, and both will resist our electric moves. The SSN rival actually ended up being pretty easy, mostly because we have Thunderbolt now, and that's super strong, mixed with the fact that Slam actually hit. Honestly, you have no idea how much I want to replace this move. I hate low accuracy moves. Anyway, I'm not going to bother with the Electric Gym yet, there's really no need for that yet, and I'm skeptical about my chances at Raichu. We have the Dig TM, so I replace Slam and use Dig to beat all the hikers that normally would have given us so many issues in Rock Tunnel. On the other side is the TM for Return, so I grab it so that we can replace Dig after the Electric Gym. That way we might actually win the Grass Gym. First with the Electric Gym, and it ended up being a one-shot sweep with Dig. I'm just happy that I didn't get paralyzed off static. Using 2-turn moves while paralyzed is completely awful. At the Grass Gym, we made tons of attempts before we got one where we didn't get paralyzed or poisoned right away off Victory Bell or Tangela. Vileplume still puts us down plenty, but we just managed to hardly hang on during this attempt. I knew that the grass gym would be hard, but I didn't think it would take me over 20 tries. Next is something that really surprised me because it's been a little while since this happened, but we actually lost the first Giovanni fight. He has 2 rock types and we don't have dig anymore, so this is pretty hard. So let's just fight our rival in the Pokemon Tower first. Thankfully, the rival fight was super easy. Even after getting put to sleep for ages, we still managed to win on the first try. Now to go through and fight all the trainers for more experience, since we can't actually get past this area without beating Giovanni. After doing that and getting a few more levels, we easily beat Giovanni on our next attempt thanks to taking out all the rock types just a little bit faster. Let's make our way to the Poison Gym and see how that goes. After taking out some trainers on the way, we were able to win our 3rd try at the Poison Gym, just thanks to them not picking their best moves. If Muck uses Minimize too much, we're doomed, but it didn't take all that long to win. Now that we can surf, I decide to go to Cinnabar Island. I could go to Silph Co, but I just don't think I could beat our rival's Venusaur yet. Unfortunately, we're not even close to winning the Fire Gym. If we can't even consistently get past the Growlithe and Vulpix, then there's no way we can take him down. Silph Co it is. I went into the rival fight here thinking that we were totally doomed, just to end up beating almost the entire team reasonably easily, until Venusaur, because he resists electricity and we get hit by Intimidate twice automatically by the time we get to him. Both Thunderbolt and Return do very little damage, and we ended up going down to Sleep Powder and Razor Leaf. It's always rough when the one hard Pokemon is all the way at the end of the fight, because it makes it a lot harder to just try it over and over. Maybe if I paralyze him right away next time? A few tries later, and I thought we'd just win if we got him to miss a move off paralysis, but we ended up just critting him so he went down. Well, that was simple. Giovanni, on the other hand, took tons of tries because we would constantly get poisoned off Nidoqueen's Poison Point, or we'd just get crit over and over. Seriously, that happened a lot. Still, only 8 tries in, and we won thanks to some lucky paralysis off Static. With all that done, we can finally go to the Psychic Gym, but it's all super easy since we're faster and they're physically frail. By the way, I totally used Thunderbolt on Venomoth because I thought it was flying. Again. I'm happy to know from the comments section that you guys do that too, by the way, because I thought it was just me being dumb on that one. It's nice to know that either I'm not crazy or we're all crazy. I took a few more tries at the Fire Gym, and we just weren't having any luck. Even with a lucky crit, we still didn't beat Arcanine. If we have a few more levels, we could one-shot Vulpix, and then I think we could win this one. I tried again a few levels later, and hilariously enough, we almost won with a crit, but Arcanine landed with a Sliver. Okay, well, they still have to hit 2 Fire Blasts to beat me, and that's only 85 accuracy, so let's just try this a few more times. Literally on our very next attempt, though, both Rapidash and Arcanine got paralyzed from Thunderbolt and lost their turns. Okay, I knew I would win within a few attempts, but I didn't think that's how it was gonna happen. To say that we're not ready for the ground gym yet is an understatement, considering we can't even get to Giovanni yet. His trainers in his gym take us out first. I guess this is where the real grind begins. While I grind, let's talk strategy a bit. I could learn Brick Break to take care of the rock types on Giovanni's team, but that would leave us with less move choice for his non-rock types. His Nidoqueen and Nidoking have me especially worried since we can get poisoned by attacking them, possibly dooming us even with Double Team. This is going to be a really rough one. All the way at level 70, we can finally get to Giovanni, but we usually end up just losing because of the dreaded Poison Point. I'm using Double Team in this fight because I'd be completely insane not to. In fact, I don't think this is possible at level 100 without Double Team. But Earthquake is still 100 accuracy, so even with 6 Double Teams, you're gonna get hit by one eventually. Even all the way at level 75 though, we still often just lose right at the start, thanks to them spamming Earthquake. Maybe I'll have to bite the bullet and replace Thunderwave with Brick Break, just so that we don't have to lose Return. After a few tries with Double Team and Brick Break, we finally get one where we don't get poisoned until Nidoking, and only one Earthquake hit us, so we finally got a brutal victory. Honestly, I'm just happy that I had Double Team, because if not, I'd probably have to be level 100. Even with us being all the way at level 75 from that grind though, we somehow cannot beat our rival right after. Because we get hit by Intimidate twice by the time we get to Venusaur, none of our moves do much damage at all. Because electric moves are literally the only special attack moves that Pikachu can learn in this game, we can't just learn something new that won't be affected by Intimidate without still being resisted by Venusaur. This is way harder than I was expecting this run to be. Even all the way at level 80, I still routinely do worse than I did at level 75 because it matters that much if one move misses. Okay, if it's more advantageous to have one mildly strong move miss rather than being 5 whole levels higher, then clearly this isn't happening without Double Team. Alright, now this took quite a few tries even with Double Team, but weirdly enough, our winning run was one where Rhyhorn of all things nearly took us down. As long as we never get hit by Razor Leaf though, we can make it through, and thankfully, we didn't get hit by Razor Leaf. I really don't see us having any chance at winning the final battle of this run without Double Team, and probably being level 100 at this point. By the time we get to the Elite Four, we're at level 82. Here's a look at our stats. Not gonna lie, these are awful. Yeah, the speed is great, but it's completely overkill. Our special attack is terrible, and although I'm sure Lorelei will be easy, I'm not sure we can beat Lance. Make your final guesses on if we can win this or not. Let's do this. First is Ice Trainer Lorelei. There isn't too much to say about this one, since it's mostly just Thunderbolt spam. Oh, and this took us 10 tries, because even with a level 30 lead on our opponents, we still can't one-shot some of them with Thunderbolt, despite being super effective against water types. I really don't stand a chance in this run without Double Team, do I? Second is Fighting Trainer Bruno. Believe it or not, this is where we get stuck again. He opens with 2 Onix, both of them spam Earthquake. Naturally, that gives us no time to build up Double Teams, and we go down in only a few hits. I think we have to grind even more. I've got to say, this grind has gotten brutal. Not only are we already past level 80, so leveling is slow, but we really don't have a great place to grind, so I picked the Seafoam Islands, just for a little bit at least. I would grind by fighting Lorelei over and over, but not only do we usually lose against her, but we'd probably lose a lot of friendship from all the fainting, and that would weaken return. I really didn't think I'd be grinding so much in this run, but hey, it's all part of the job, I guess. I knew what I signed up for when I decided to do these Pokemon challenges every single week for almost 2 years now. Thanks for all your continued support, everybody. I'm gonna keep grinding. At level 86, I try a few more times, but we're still completely brick-walled. Okay, we're dealing enough damage that maybe if we used Iron Tail, it would be enough to one-shot the Onix, but I'm honestly not sure. Even after learning Iron Tail, though, we still don't get any farther, because not only does it miss all the time, but even at level 86, we cannot one-shot either Onix. At this point, I might just have to grind a few more levels, gather a ton of rare candy, and just top off at level 100. Finally, at level 91, I tried over and over, but we still can't one-shot the second Onix. On one attempt, we managed to take it down, and even didn't go down to Hitmonlee thanks to a missing Mega Kick, just to go down to Machamp because of a cross chop that probably didn't even need to crit me. Alright, well, I have 9 rare candies, so I guess it's time to max out. Here's our stats at level 100. I have to say, I must have gotten insanely unlucky on the stats with this Pikachu. I'm sure part of it is like bad EVs, but would you look at this? I think this could have been a dud Pikachu from the start. I mean, come on. A level 100 Pikachu with 121 special attack? We have Pokemon on runs who get that much special attack by level 70. Let's hope this is enough. Finally, after hitting level 100, we managed our way through the fight, and even then it was partly because Machamp picked bad moves. I really hope I'm gonna get a chance to use Double Team on Lance and our rival, because otherwise I don't know how I'm doing this. Third is Ghost Trainer Agatha. This one thankfully only took a few tries. We lost 2 tries to getting poisoned early, but for the most part, it wasn't too bad. Still, it's pretty pathetic that we can't Thunderbolt down Arbok, that's half our level. Fourth is Dragon Trainer Lance. Now this one took a solid few tries because we flat out can't win without Double Team due to how hard they hit with accurate moves. But thankfully, Water Onix just isn't that smart and spammed Dragon Rage, so I ended up getting enough Double Teams in to win after just a few attempts. Did you see how many times Dragon Rage hit in a row in spite of Double Team though? It really isn't an invincibility shield. Finally, the Pokemon champion. First is Pidgeot, who mostly uses super weak Aerial Ace, so I take the chance to max out our Double Teams. We ended up taking a decent amount of damage total since Aerial Ace can't miss, but we still got our evasion up before taking him down. Second is Rhydon, who has Earthquake, so this is the reason why we needed Double Team early. Thankfully, he doesn't hit us, so we take him down with a few hits. Alakazam is a one-shot with Return, as is Water Onix with Thunderbolt. Fifth is Arcanine, who managed to hit a Flamethrower to take us down to low health before we finished him off. Last was Venusaur, and this battle went on forever, thanks to him constantly healing with Synthesis. He didn't actually make a ton of attack attempts thanks to him using Solar Beam, but if he slipped in a single hit, we'd have gone down. Without Double Team, this would have been impossible. This was easily one of the hardest runs I've done in a long time. I knew there would be hard parts, but I had no idea I would need to be max level and use Double Team. I really hope you guys like that run. For next Saturday's Pokemon Challenge, we're doing a really fun one when we do Pokemon Emerald with no new moves. As always, I'm looking forward to your suggestions in the comments, in the challenge request section of the Discord channel, and on Twitter. Subscribe, ring the bell, stay tuned. If you want to see me do more challenges like this, please let me know in the comments or on Twitter. I can always use more ideas from you guys on what I should do next. Also, check out the playlist in the description if you want to watch all the Pokemon challenges that I've already uploaded. If you want to see more Pokemon stuff from me, my friend Whatageek and I have done randomizer playthroughs of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Black and White, Red and Blue, and now we're doing Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire over on his channel, linked in the description. You can also watch myself, Whatageek, and Goozit playing Pokemon here on my channel. We've done Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon X, and now we're on my very first ever time playing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, my first Mystery Dungeon game, and it's awesome so far. The fan art you guys have been sending me during that has been incredible. Also come to the Twitch TV streams and tell me that this video sent you. It's always cool to hear how you found the channel. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.